on the stairs. Wasn't actually going to take a video this morning, but I felt a bit strange, was maybe the best way to describe it. But then I got here and I thought, can't need to take a video of this. So I'm at the bottom of the south zone in La Paz, and check this out, man, check out those mountains. I think this is called Sendero de Mayasa. And check out that. That is like unreal. And there's like the Bond Mountains over there. So just gonna walk down this road, and there's a path that takes you up into the mountain. I'm gonna walk along the mountain and you get like a massive view of the whole south zone. I think you can almost see into the city centre. So yeah, it's actually, when I woke up this morning, 11 degrees and I've got the shorts on, which is mind-boggling. No way would you be able to wear shorts in 11 degrees unless you're Bradley Miller. But yeah, 11 degrees, it's probably a bit warmer now, but because of the heat from the sun, a big ball behind me, it's absolutely crazy. Because of the heat from the sun, it's doable. Although a lot of people here, because it is winter, are walking around in jackets and jeans and scarves and stuff. Well, the gringos cutting about with t-shirt and shorts. But yeah, when I stayed here, I used to always come here and walk, because I always stayed in the south zone, either in Achumani or Calacota or San Miguel. And I'd always come walking here every couple of days to get the steps in and just to think, you know. I always love walking just for, not even for the exercise, just to kind of unwind, to take a break from modern life, you know. Guess we always like just sit on laptops or sit on our phone. But when you're walking, you're kind of in the moment. Kind of takes you back to how humans were supposed to kind of function before technology took over. But anyway, check out that, man. I walked down here first actually, and I'll show you the mountains. Because this is unreal. The camera doesn't do it justice, by the way. Like, that must be, I don't know, at least 100 metres, 150 metres higher than where the ground is, where the road is basically. It's unreal. Check out that. That is unreal. And the whole of La Paz is like this. There's like Valle de la Luna, which is near here, and then there's Valle de Animas, Muela del Diablo, which is like the Devil's Tooth, which is near here as well, but it's difficult to get to unless you've got your own car. A lot of taxi drivers won't go up because it's proper rocky. There's a little church here as well. But yeah, check out that. It's like, honestly, I've been here, I don't know, 50 times maybe, and it still blows my mind. There's a little church there, but yeah. So this is where we're going to walk up. We're going to walk up a little bit. There's a path up there. Whoa, didn't see a step. Too busy. Anyway, yeah. Insane, man. And this is just the normal topography of of La Paz. Like, there's no city in the world that's like this. It's one of the most mesmerising places I've ever been. Since the first moment I got here in 2018, first time I came here, and I got a taxi from the airport down to the valley that is La Paz, I've been mesmerised by it. But yeah, I'm going to cut the video and I'll show you guys the view from the top. Up at the path. It's pretty steep. Also, there was two signs. One said, do not pass, like prohibido. And another one said, peligroso, like dangerous. But I think it's worth it for those views, no? Absolutely. So down there is Valle de la Luna, Valley of the Moon. There's a big tourist attraction here. Might go down there again, haven't been there in years. But yeah, basically when it starts raining, this becomes very, very dangerous. And obviously rocks falling as well. Can you even see how dry, you know, that rock there is ready to come and fall. I mean, even being here just now, probably it isn't too safe. Peligro caída de rocas. So basically exactly what I was just saying. But come on, these views. And if a rock does hit me, it's worth it. But yeah, people pay money to go halfway across the world and then go on a tour to see views like this, you know? And the people of La Paz have it on their doorstep. Their whole city's like this. Even like when you're coming from the centre down to the south zone, you get like mountains like this, just in the middle of the city. The south zone's always a bit warmer than the centre, and definitely warmer than El Alto, because here you're down at like 3,600 metres, maybe a bit less actually for the south zone. I think the centre's 3,600 and it's a little bit chillier in the centre. It kind of makes sense though. But obviously in the Spanish game, they built the city in the valley where the centre is, because all the colonial buildings are there in the centre. They didn't start building up in El Alto because it was too cold and it was a lot more barren. So they built it in the valley. Obviously it was a better climate, but still in this area. And the south zone cropped up because like the temperature is it's usually a bit warmer. You get less rain. I think it's a bit drier as well. So it's like a nicer temperament, which is where all the rich people live, to be honest. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure these houses down here that you can see are it's very common that, you know, that's why this fence is here. It's very common that, you know, rocks fall down there. I'm pretty dubious as to how they even got permission to build those houses. Like this apartment up here, like the kind of shell of an apartment, they're definitely illegal. Like, there's no way the city would actually let them build there. So there's definitely been some backhandles there. But all around La Paz, you know, going up to El Alto from the city centre, there's lots of houses built on the hills where poorer people build their houses. We've got no other option. And then when lots of rain comes, or sometimes it might just be, you know, a landslide movement in the earth, people's houses get destroyed, people die. But yeah, when I was here a couple of years ago, there was, I think it was the other side of the south zone, there was a big kind of hill and there was houses under it, and the rain came and then all the rocks just completely destroyed lots of houses. But the government were kind of like, well, we told people not to build there, and they did. So, but I mean, to be honest, it's part and parcel. Poorer people who can't afford to buy land to, you know, build a house in whatever area, they're kind of like, lack of a better opportunity, build their house there. But did the city come and enforce it, you know? So there's kind of two parties to blame there, I would say. Personally, I don't think I would stay here. Although when I think about it, I've been here in Bolivia for what, just over 2 weeks, and it's still not rained yet, and it is winter. It's kind of bizarre. Being from Scotland, there's always rain. But yeah, it seems to be starting to. This house here is definitely illegal. Somebody's starting to build up there. Sometimes people just build stuff and then hope that, you know, the government don't come sniffing around. No regulations. because it must be terribly bureaucratic to actually find out who owns what bit of land or who can build where. Might even take years before they can find out, and then years before they can do anything. Lots of rocks here. Big ones as well, look. Where did that thing come from? That's terrifying. That's actually terrifying. Look, it's actually ripped a hole in the fence. Jesus. So that rock has fell from up there and ripped a hole in the fence. Oh my god, that is insane. Jesus. And there's another one up here, and there's more rocks here that have obviously went through the fence. Yeah, look at that. Wait. Am I gonna go over here? Wait, what is this? Okay. Oh, let's take a short break. That is scary. The size of this boulder, man. Ready to fall. There you go. There's your south zone. There's the biggest building in Bolivia. And you see the cable car there. So the cable car goes over there, up to that, see that kind of hill there? cable car actually goes up to that and goes down the other side, if you can see it there, and then goes towards the city centre. And then building new apartments. These have been here for 2 years, probably longer, just empty. Maybe they've stalled because they're in like a legal battle or something. But yeah, look at the rocks here. Lots of rocks, loads and loads of rocks, and then they're right there. Like easily, if you're down in the bottom floors, something's going to fall down and go through your window. Even these houses here are going to be not immune to the odd rock going through the window. Crazy. There's the polluted river there. So this is crazy, right? See, I was walking up, I noticed this, right? So down there you can see some bags and stuff. That's poor people washing their clothes in the polluted river. There's obviously a factory or something further up the river that's polluting it, putting all the the river's actually brown. But then over here, this part here, Calicotta, right? Calicotta is the, or Calicoto? Calicotta or Calicotta, can't remember. Anyway, is one of the richest areas of Bolivia. It's probably got like, you know, I don't know, holds so much of Bolivia's wealth in this barrio. The houses there are massive. They're worth like, you know, the flats are like $200,000 plus, you know, $500,000, which is crazy. You have that wealth, all the restaurants, cafes, bars, everything you need. And then you got poor people washing their clothes in the polluted river. This is the realities of Bolivia in 2026. Crazy. But yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the video and catch you guys in the next one.